In this video, we're going to be going over AI for everyone, and this is our part 9 video inside of this series. And specifically inside of this video, we're going to look at how to choose an AI project. So let's get started with this video. So the first step is to actually identify valuable AI projects inside of your business. So feasibility and value. So aim to select projects that are both feasible with AI and also have value to the business. And you should also consider having cross-functional teams, which involves both AI experts and also domain experts to identify projects that can meet both criteria of the feasibility and value. So if you look at the picture on the right here, you can see that there's two big circles, which is the value and feasibility. So you want to contain both of those because both of these are essential for the business. So you want to have feasibility, which basically means if it's easy or not to make, and then the value if it's going to be good for the business. So you're going to have both of these inside of the AI project that you're trying to create. And also, as we talked about, you should try to involve AI experts and also domain experts because they have more ideas and more understanding about both of these sections. So this is the first step, which is to identify valuable AI projects inside of your business. For the second part we have is the brainstorming framework. So the first part is to automate tasks and not jobs. So this means that you should focus on automating specific tasks within a job rather than the entire job. An example can be in a call center, focus on automating tasks like call routing rather than replacing the whole entire operation. So if we look at this picture here, we're trying to automate tasks and not jobs. So let's just say that you are a business and then you have many different call departments, such as maybe this one is financial, this one is maybe to deal with security, this one is to deal with if your item is not received or not, and then the person in the front is the receptionist, and then they route the calls to all these different people. So what you can do is, instead of automating the whole entire thing, so everything here would be AI, instead of making everything AI, what you want to do is you can probably just make the receptionist AI. So once someone calls, then what we can do is the AI can actually route the person to the different people that are here inside of the company. So if the person is dealing with some security problems, then the AI can route the person over to this guy here. If it's something else, then they can route it to someone else. So instead of actually automating the whole entire system, you can try to automate tasks by tasks. So things that are doable, then you just automate that, and then you can expand from there. So this is the first part inside of the brainstorming framework. The second part is the business value drivers. So ask what drives the business value and see if AI can actually help to meet that requirement. And for the third part, we have business pain points. So you need to identify the main pain points inside of the business as starting points for AI projects. So if we look at the right here, we also need to consider both of these, what drives the business and also what are the business pain points. So the business pain points is basically the problems that happen inside the business. So all of the problems that happen, think about how you can try to automate it so then it makes the life easier inside of the business. For example, maybe it's efficiency of some sort of task. Maybe you can automate that, or maybe it's something to do with revenue or something that can help to automate the pain points inside of the business. And also we need to consider what drives the value of the business. So we should also consider maybe it's like the growth of the business, the revenue, and if AI can actually help something to do with that. So this is the second and third point inside of the brainstorming framework. And now we're going to talk about data requirements. So just keep in mind that big data is not always necessary. So while having more data is usually more beneficial and meaningful, the progress can also be made with small data sets. For example, an automated visual inspection system for coffee mugs may not require millions of images to be effective. So this, we're just trying to show that you don't need tons of data in order to be successful. You might need a little bit of data. It all depends on what business you're working on. And here, as you can see in the picture, we're balancing the amount of data with the amount of valuableness that it has. So this just summarizes that big data is not always necessary. But for instance, as we talked here inside of this example, if we're trying to make coffee mugs that are defected or not, then we can easily just give only a little bit, maybe a few thousands of data of coffee mugs, then we can have a model that will do well. But if we need to identify pictures of a cat or not, then we're gonna maybe need a lot more data. So it depends on the type of model that you're trying to make. And for final advice, don't give up for the lack of data that you have. So always consult with AI experts to determine the minimum data needed for your specific problem. And that summarizes everything for this video. So thank you so much for watching from Try to Be Useful, and we'll see you guys in our next AI video.